how's it going, guys? Kaptain Kuba here, and today I bring you a topic I'm sure not a lot of God of War fans have stopped to consider. Why does Typhon attack Kratos during the events of God of War 2? This might seem like it has a straightforward answer of, because he's an enemy to Kratos, but when you start to think about it more deeply, his hatred for Kratos is without reason, because his encounter with Kratos takes place after Gaia and Kratos agreed to work with each other. Much like the Titan standing behind Gaia, Typhon should also be relieved at seeing the prophesied warrior fighting on the Titan's side. In the God of War 2 novel, Kratos even brings up this point to Typhon. Essentially, Kratos tells him that if he succeeds in killing Zeus, Typhon's imprisonment would be lifted because Zeus would no longer be alive to enforce it. This is something Thera realized seconds after meeting Kratos. Unlike Typhon, she welcomed the ghost of Sparta with open arms because she knew of the prophecy regarding Kratos and the Titans told to her by Gaia.
It has been long since our kind waited for the one destined to free us. Gaia foretold of our salvation, ghost of Sparta.
However, at this point in the story, Kratos had not met Gaia yet, so he took Thera's power and left her to die. But if this had taken place after meeting Gaia, I'm sure Kratos would have released her. Now, the other two titans that hate Kratos are Kronos and Atlas, but they each have their reasons for doing so. Kronos is angry at Kratos because he made his punishment even more painful, and Atlas hates him because Kratos is the reason why he finds himself holding the world. But Kratos and Typhon had not met before the events of God of War 2. Why was he not more welcoming of Kratos then? Well, it turns out that it had nothing to do with Kratos' personality. Instead, it involved another one of Zeus' schemes. This is what Typhon says to Kratos. "My wife and children, after Zeus imprisoned me here, he allowed them to live in freedom. A challenge to future heroes. If he thinks I aided you, he would slay them all. Better I live in exile with my beloved family free than oppose Zeus and have him slay them should you fail." In other words, Typhon is aware of the prophecy regarding the collaboration of Kratos and the Titans. I would go as far as saying that he's even glad it's finally happening. But there's a slight problem. Zeus has agreed to let Typhon's family live while he stays in prison. However, if Zeus finds out that Typhon helped Kratos reach the island of creation, he would break the pact he had with Typhon and kill his family where they stand. Typhon preferred to guarantee the security of his family over the new age of the Titan rule and even his own freedom. I don't know about you, but this makes me look at this giant monster in a different light. Now, in regards to Typhon's family, the novel never mentions what happened to them. I'm assuming Zeus kept the end of his deal at realizing that Typhon actually fought Kratos, culminating in his secret bow being pulled out of his eye. When it comes to the first two God of War novels, we have to be a little bit careful, because some of the things found in them contradict the information found in the games. And those sections cannot be considered canon because the games are the final word in deciding what's canon and what's not. Now, it's true that Typhon never tells the story during the events of the game, but just because he doesn't say it, it doesn't mean it's not true. And it honestly makes perfect sense as the reason why he attacked Kratos rather than help him get to the island of creation. Small sections like these is one of the reasons why I recommend getting these novels. The amount of additional lore found in them is a lot. So for those of you interested in them, I'll leave the links of the novels in the description below and also at the top of the comment section. No one is paying me to advertise them, I'm just a huge God of War fan and I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. With that said, I want to thank all of my awesome members for their monthly contributions to the channel. People like Towler, Septic Eater, and Mr. Midnight, to name a few, have been my biggest help during quarantine, as I'm able to stay home and work on these videos for God of War fans to consume. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I would also like to thank all of my loyal subscribers for liking and sharing my videos. This channel's success is thanks to your support. And with that said, thanks for watching, and remember, go forth in the name of Ragnarok.